on hair laser removal, my experience, what it feels like, and my results so far. The main areas that I decided to do were my upper lip, my chin area, and my underarm area. I feel like those were the main areas that bothered me. I still grow hair on my legs and you know, my intimate area, but I didn't see myself getting laser there. I don't even go for waxing. I just shave myself and shave my legs. So the main areas that I felt like were just very tedious, that grew a lot, that were more visible, especially were my upper lip and chin. I mainly went for those two areas and then got my underarms while I was there. Okay, let's get into it. The place that I got it done, because I get asked this all the time, was Ideal Image. You're going to go in there and they're going to give you basically a package deal depending on how many areas you want to get lasered, if you want to do any kind of other different treatment, whether it be for hyperpigmentation or Botox or whatever it is, you can do those different packages. So the pricing is going to depend on what areas you want done. Just for a more or less, so you guys know, each area costs a little bit less than $1,000. So around the like $700 to $1,000, like $1,200 mark. And that includes 5 full sessions and 4 touch-up sessions. So each session is basically the same, whether it be a touch-up or a full session, but basically you get 9 full sessions with the contract. You also get what they call like a lifetime membership, which means that you get a reduced price for touch-ups to continuously, like, if you need more extra touch-ups for those hairs that are a little bit more problematic, you can get them at a cheaper rate because you've already made a contract with them. With hair laser removal, you're gonna go every 8 to 10 weeks. You want the whole hair growth cycle to basically grow in order for it to actually go in and make damage to the hair follicle. And so that is why it takes a long time to do hair laser removal, because it's not like you're going every 2 weeks. You're going every basically like 2 months to do another treatment. I do feel like every time I would do a treatment, especially on my upper lip, it would bring out my melasma for a certain amount of time, and then it would subside and calm down. So that is something to watch out for if you do have melasma or issues with that. Another thing is that this only works on dark hair. So if you have blonde hair, if you have white hair, those hairs are going to still be there by the end of this. That's not going to do anything to them. I do have some before pictures, so I'll try to put them here. And I also have a video showing the progression of all 9 treatments, so you guys can see from like my first one all the way to my 9th treatment. And I'll also put that video here to the side so you guys can see the progression of my upper lip and chin. I do regret that I did not do the same for my underarms, but my underarms I feel like were really rapidly just it really helped the hair become almost non-existent underneath there, really after maybe like the 2nd or 3rd treatment. Likewise with my chin area, I feel like after probably like the 3rd or 4th treatment, a lot of the hair was basically not growing back. I only had a lot of issue and still have a lot of issue with my upper lip. The ladies there who work there have told me that that is one of the most problematic areas. It's one of the areas that you have to constantly be getting laser, you know, constantly to really make it very permanent. So that's just something to keep in mind. And that's just something that I know going forward that I'm going to need quite a few touch-ups after the 9 initial ones that I had in my contract. So I will be doing the touch-ups at a lower rate as far as financially, but it is something that I'm going to have to continuously do. As far as the finance, that's something that a lot of people ask me. Between my upper lip, chin, and underarm, it was close to probably like $2,800 more or less, and they do have financing available. That is going to depend on your credit, and they do give you interest free for, I want to say, a year or 2 years. I think it was 2 years, for 24 months. And so I was able to finance under my credit and just go ahead and make payments on it. Another question that I get asked a lot is what type of laser do they use? And on their website, it's called the Alexandrite laser. That's the one that they use for people with lighter skin tones like me. If you have darker skin tone, they will use what is called the Yaga, the YAG laser. And you can definitely find more reviews online as far as those lasers, but I haven't had any issue at all with, with any kind of secondary effects from it. Next, I'm gonna go over what you should do before each treatment. So before each treatment, you don't wanna be plucking, waxing, or using any kind of creams to remove the hair. The thing that you wanna do is just either leave the hair growth or shave. Those are your two options. So what I would do is shave, because I'm a little self-conscious of this area. When I started my laser, it was a time that people were still wearing masks, especially I work at the hospital. We actually had a requirement to wear a mask during COVID. And so I just wore a mask and let everything fully grow out. You can tell in the video, especially in my chin area, you can see all those full-on hairs before my treatment. Another thing is that if you're getting laser on your hair, you're not gonna wear makeup, you're not gonna use moisturizer, you're gonna basically go in there clean as a baby to get the laser done. You also want to wear comfortable clothing depending on where you're getting your laser done, and not be using, for example, they don't recommend you using like harsh chemical products like Retin-A on your skin before laser, because you might get a secondary effect from the laser if you've been using, stronger skincare that has, chemicals and such. During the laser itself, they do progress the kind of intensity of the laser with each session. I really feel like my chin area and my underarm area were like nothing to me. I do have, I feel like to a certain degree, like a little bit of a higher pain tolerance than some people. Pain tolerance is just, something personal. So what might be painful to one person might not be painful to another. I just got another new piercing here in my left ear, and to me it was like nothing. Other people might be like, ugh. I also recently, I think like 2 months ago, got a tattoo and felt like it was nothing as well. So that's just gonna depend on each person. But to me, those areas, I basically, I feel it, but it's not like something I couldn't tolerate. It almost feels like a little like almost like a rubber band hitting your face. So that's just going to depend on you. The areas that I do feel that I was just like I have to squeeze my hand are the sides of my mouth and my nostril area. This whole area here is very sensitive, and when they zap you there, it's a little more but it goes by fast. They usually go by super fast, and then you're gone. You're out of there within a few minutes. So it's not something that you're gonna be there for a long time unless it's like a bigger area. But I feel like bigger areas like my underarm area or other areas aren't as, you don't feel it as much on your skin as like more of these sensitive areas. And even my chin, I didn't feel like I felt any kind of pain whatsoever. When you're done with your session, they usually offer you aloe vera gel. You apply that on, it feels nice and cool. It's usually like really nice and cold, so that helps a lot as well, just with the heating sensation that you already feel. So it kind of just really cools you down. The things that they require for post-treatment is that you wear sunblock, which I already do. You want to be cautious of your sun exposure, and also, if you need icing to certain areas. And your hair should usually shed between 7 to 21 days. So it mimics like hair growth, and you can shave it and then kind of go from there. So usually after treatment, I'll get a growth, I'll shave it, and then I'll see that no growth will come for quite a few more weeks. And then I'll get 1 or 2 hairs. Right now, I have been through 9 full treatments on my upper lip and on my chin. I've been on 8 on my underarms. After my 7th treatment with my underarms, I wasn't growing any hair whatsoever. So then I was almost 2 or 3 months without going. And then I saw that I only had like 1 or 2 spare hairs, and then I did my 8th treatment. So that's something that you want to do at certain points, is that if you don't see any growth, you know, take a pause, wait a few months, and then do another treatment. So you can pause kind of your treatments and do your appointments when you need. So don't feel like you have to do it every 8 weeks. A lot of people, sometimes depending on their hair growth, if it's slower, they'll do it every 10 weeks, every 12 weeks. So that's just going to depend on your body. In my whole experience, I feel like it's been a positive experience. I really enjoyed the location that I go to. I feel like I've seen results, especially in my chin area. The majority of my lip, the hair does not grow back. Where I've had really a lot of issues where I know I'm going to have to do quite a few touch-ups is especially this upper area here underneath my nostrils, which is one of the most painful areas for me. I still have like quite a few hairs. They're not like full, it's not like fully growing in, it's just like a few sparse hairs there. And then where I do have a lot of issues is the ones here to the side, which are like thicker black hairs, and they continuously come back. So I know I'm gonna need quite a few touch-ups for this whole area. Either which way, I still have like 1 little chin hair or 2 that I saw recently here. So I'm going to be doing a touch-up for there. It's gonna be 12 weeks before my next, my 10th appointment, which is my first touch-up. And I'm gonna see how it goes from there. But my underarms, I still have 1 more treatment, my 9th treatment left, and I've been waiting to see if something else grows. So that is something nice about doing it with Ideal Image, is that once you have that contract and you've done this, you have a lifetime membership. So anytime you need a touch-up, you can go. I would say to definitely, if you're somebody who wants to do this, to keep yourself very organized, keep your papers just in case, because you never know in a computer system if you're still going to show up or whatever. So it's really nice for you to keep your like basically like your contract. This is basically my contract with them, and that way you have that where it says that you have a lifetime membership with them, and you can do those touch-ups as well. I think I answered all the questions that I've been asked over time. I really have, like I said, enjoyed my experience. I do feel like I've gotten my money's worth, and I feel like I've seen like a positive outcome. If you are on the fence and you're getting older, I would say do it if you can do it or financially do it. My mom has run into the issue where the only thing that she can do for her white hairs is what they call, I want to say it's called electrolysis. And that just kills 1 hair at a time. It's more expensive, and she has like a few of the hairs that are white, and they like hair laser will do nothing for it. So that's just something to keep in mind as you get older. Once those hairs turn white, then you know you're basically, you only have 1 option. So that's just something to know. Also, I feel like it's really nice to be free of not having to shave or not having to worry about certain areas. With my upper lip, I still have to do those little, you know, like those little side areas, but like it's been nice to not feel like self-conscious about my chin, especially because it was getting to the point where like sometimes it would become like a little ingrown hair. It becomes like really bad, and that's just something normal that happens to a lot of us women after having children, getting older. After your 30s, a lot of people that I know start getting chin hairs. It's not something that like because you did something or did something wrong. It's just part of, you know, hormones and life and getting older. But I really do enjoy like my underarm area, not having to shave, just feeling like it's nice and clean. Even when I sweat, I don't feel like as, you know, like sticky and yucky under there. I don't know. It just feels a lot cleaner. So that is just something positive, not having hair. Anyways, let me know any questions, additional questions that you guys have below. If I get enough, I'll do a second video, or if not, I just will answer you directly below. I hope that this was helpful if you're looking into laser hair, and hopefully I covered everything from pre-treatment, during treatment, and post-treatment, as well as like the financial aspect and what you can kind of expect as far as like results. And results are going to vary depending on the person, on your hair. If you have, you know, black hair, so that's something that you want to look into with when you go into the office, ask all those different questions and see. They also have different photos of before and afters of different people, of different complexions and stuff like that. So that's something also that you can ask to see as well. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Subscribe if you're not. It's free. You can hit that little red button. My social media is down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.